Do you struggle with making bows for your wreaths, door swags, lanterns, and all the things? Let me show you my foolproof method. Hey guys, it's Nikki here at Stillwater's Wreath Designs. Come on in. You're going to need two different types of 2.5-inch wired ribbon and two different types of 1.5-inch wired ribbon. You're also going to need to grab a good pair of scissors, your ruler, and a pipe cleaner. We'll be starting with a 2.5-inch wide ribbon, and I'm going to measure out a 12-inch tail. Then I'm going to pinch that ribbon in my fingers, and then we're going to give it a hard twist. We always want that ribbon to be pretty side out, and now we're going to make two loops. I want those loops to be 5-inch loops, so I'm going to measure out to that 10-inch mark, give that ribbon a pinch, and then fold that over underneath my thumb to get that 5-inch loop. Okay, let's make our second loop. I'm going to give that ribbon a hard twist underneath my thumb, measure out to the 10-inch mark once again, give that ribbon a pinch, and fold it over underneath my thumb. You can see that those loops are approximately the same size. That's perfect. And now we'll cut off our second tail, also measured at 12 inches in length. Okay, there's layer number one. Let's move on to layer number two. We're going to follow that exact same process. So we'll measure out our 12-inch tail, pinch that ribbon, snug that away underneath our thumb, and now we need two 5-inch loops. So I've measured out to the 10-inch mark, folded that ribbon over to create my loop, and I'm going to give that ribbon a hard twist to make the second loop. And then we'll finish up with another 12-inch tail. Okay, let's move on to our third layer. I'm going to grab one of my 1.5-inch wide ribbons. For this layer, we'll be measuring 10-inch tails and 4-inch loops. So here I'm measuring out to the 10-inch mark, pinching my ribbon, giving it a hard twist underneath my thumb, and then I'm coming out to that 8-inch mark, which will give us our 4-inch loop, giving that ribbon a pinch, tucking it underneath my thumb with a hard twist, and then making the second loop. And then we'll cut off our 10-inch tail. Okay, let's move on to the last layer, this pretty velvet orange 1.5-inch wide ribbon, and we're going to follow that same process, folks. So I'm just measuring out the 10-inch tail, giving that ribbon a pinch, hard twist underneath my thumb, and we want 4-inch loops. So I've measured out to the 8-inch mark, given that ribbon a pinch, and folded it over to create the loop. Here I'm making my second loop. Yep, looks great, and we'll measure out our 10-inch tail. Okay, our bow stack is finished. Let's get it secure with our pipe cleaner. I'm just going to wrap that around the center of our ribbon stack and give that several tight twists on the back of our bow. Now I need to trim our ribbon tails. Today I'm just going to angle trim those tails. So I'm coming down on the right hand side about 1/2 inch and cutting up diagonally to the corner. I'm going to do this for every ribbon tail. Okay, it's time for the last step. It's time to fluff out that bow. You guys, give yourself some grace. This takes a few minutes, no matter how many years you've been making bows. I like to start out by getting all of those tails going in the direction that I want them to go, and I run my finger over those tails just to give them a nice curve. And then I'm going to fluff out those loops. I start in the back and pull those loops into an X pattern, and then I just open them up. That's all there is to it, folks. How stinking cute is that? Okay, for my fellow wreath makers, I've got a bit of bonus material. Let me show you how I ship my bows so they make it to my customer safe and sound. First and foremost, you need a really good quality crush-proof box. These are my favorite from Amazon. I'll leave a link for you below. They're 16 by 10 by 6. And here's the trick, folks. After you get your box built, grab a sharp object. I like to use my utility knife and make a 1/4 inch X right in the innermost flap. Then I take my scissors and just kind of circle out that opening. Then you can take the pipe cleaners on the back of your bow and run them through that circle. And when you push the flap down, then that's going to keep that bow from sliding around, and it keeps it from bouncing around or getting flattened during shipping. Then I like to take a few layers of packing paper and lay it gently on top of my bow. Write a quick personalized thank you note on the inner flap of the box and seal it up. That's all there is to it. I'll leave a link to my favorite packing supplies and my favorite bow box below in the description of this video. Happy bow making!